Tell you this. I told you this last week, and I want you guys to understand this, all right? Every single day you deal with politics in your life, high school, college, even younger, when you're younger, all right? You have to instill that dog in you. What I mean by that is when your work ethic, your attitude and your effort, you control. Control your attitude and effort, all right? There's instances in college, like I told you before last week, and I cut it up on here, even at Mount Union, when I won championships, could have went to Hawaii, Grand Valley State. It is what it is. I dealt with a lot of stuff out there. And when you're going out there making plays on scout team, and there's the film, and you're sitting there, hope is a big thing. When you're sitting there in September, October, in 2006, I remember September, October, you're going out there, you're making plays, but you're still there. And the film is right there. You know the hard work, and you know the work ethic, you control your attitude, your effort towards everything. You never know it, and you're sitting there like, what's going on, man? What is going on? My effort carried me through it. My attitude carried me through that, through the whole hardships of, October, November, December, and you're sitting there like, where's the hope? When you have no hope as a player, as an athlete, when you're younger especially, it's not good. That's why depth chart, that's why even when I'm, playing and I'm helping out coaching, my depth chart will never be the same. It might be. It based on the work ethic and attitude and effort. The starters out there, they grind, they go out there, and they don't get complacent. But if I see a kid who's on the bench working his ass off on scout team, working, doing work against one-on-one starters, I'm gonna play him in the game. I'm gonna give him a series. I'm gonna give him a series in the game. That's one of the frustrating things I remember from college. Like when you're making plays on scout team on punt and kickoff, when you're the first one down there and you're getting starters all riled up because the coach is getting mad, and you're still getting down there, put me on special teams. That's what it is, man. I remember that in 2006. I did the same thing, even in 2007, 2008. Even when I was playing a little bit more, when you're playing a little bit more in 06, I did that stuff. All right, I did that stuff. I was returning punts in spring of 2005 in the summertime. I love punt return. I loved it. You catch the punt, I'm off. I'm gone. You have to keep that same mentality. All right? So, and I want to tell you this. You inspire a lot of people. You can inspire so many people, and you don't even know it. They don't come up to you. I had a person come up to me say, I'm one of the hardest working people they've ever seen. Sometimes they don't come up to you. But they're inspired by it. And some people are like, wow, he works so hard. That's crazy. Good. You got to get to that point where that's good. You got to get to the point where you get so good that when you're doing stuff, when you're training, and you're going out there and you miss a couple home runs, miss a couple hits, or don't run the route as fast or that stuff, you get mad at yourself. That's where you want to be. Now, my son did that the other day. He's hitting bombs. All of a sudden, he hits ground ball, and then he swings and misses, and he gets mad at himself. Okay, a year ago, that was like, when he first started, okay, good, you're getting there. Now, his work ethic has gotten so much better that his standard raises up, okay? So you can't let, you get better and better and better, even at a young age. But what I'm saying to you is when you're out there, when you're doing this, when you're out there in college, even pro level, I've been out there, and you get frustrated. Because I'm in my late 30s, but I'm a monster at what I do. And I understand it. I get it. People are sitting out there, oh, you should be doing this. Don't let someone's opinion negatively dictate what you can or cannot do, past, present, or future. That's what I mean by that. Okay, that's what I mean by that. Don't let them tell you what you can or can't do. You know you're rock bottom. You know what you've been doing. Out in the snow, you're out there. You're on the stove out in the heat. When they're sitting around waking up at 12 eating pancakes, you're out there training. You're up before the world wakes up, man. You going out there being boisterous. That's what it means to you. Okay? That's what it means to you. So any single thing I'm trying to tell you, every single thing I'm trying to tell you, that means a lot, man. And you can inspire so many people. And what I mean by that, too, is I remember in autographs in Mount Union, there was a kid out there. I gave him gloves. Nobody was signing anything for him, so I gave him the gloves I had. I gave him my gloves. I had no idea who the kid was, okay? Come to think of it, and then the following week, the head coach comes up to me. He's like, hey, I appreciate what you did for that kid. I was like, oh, really? You knew him? Turns out it was one of the administrator's kids, or one of the people who worked in the office's kids. And what he did with those gloves was he hung them over his door. Hung them over his door that I signed. Now, whether your instances in college, whether you're another college, you can still inspire a kid to do something, man. Inspire, motivate, change. That's what I mean by that. And I mean by that, you have to. And when your work ethic, you instill that dog in you, that dog mentality. You got to get that. You got to grind. That's not given sometimes. You got to earn that. And what you go through, you grow through it. What you go through, you get better and better and better. You have to. So remember that. Remember I said that. I dealt with a lot of stuff, championships, television, ESPN, help out the homeless, was home, all that other stuff. I've dealt with that stuff. And I still deal with this stuff. I dealt with politics in college. Could have went to a lot of bigger schools, stayed there. And I still dealt with it. And it's an axe to grind. It still gets to me. But my attitude and effort controlled that and hope. And as I'm playing, even in my later years right now, as I'm playing, you still, when you coach up kids, you remember that. You remember hope means a lot because I went through that. I went through all that stuff. I was on the outside looking in half the time. And politics happen in both ways, and I hate them. But on both sides of it, I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. So there you go with this. I put blood, sweat, and tears in a lot of things in my life. From New York to Florida to Ohio, all over the place. I'm boisterous. I'm the best I can be. The best slot receiver I can be. Even in my late 30s, I'm a monster at what I do. And still, you coach up kids. You know, my son, I'll be the best father I could be first and foremost. The best athlete and player I could be. The best coach and mentor. Inspire, motivate, change. You can't inspire everybody. You can't. But that is what it is, man. So remember that. Remember I said that. All right? Yeah, I got crossed some eyes. I'm out in the cold heat, doing this stuff, blah, blah, blah. People are like, oh, you should be. Don't. You're not me. My name is Sean Malafronte. Your name is you. Stay in your lane. You got to stay focused, man. Stay focused, and I'll be the best I can be. I'll be a hero to my own story. And guess what? Hero to my own story and hero to my son. First and foremost, that's what I care about. Let's get it. Let's grind.